My name is Christina Pintado, and I will be presenting on traditional Chinese medicine and its dark side. I would like to start off by saying that I have no issues with alternative or Eastern medicines. I simply want to present an issue that many people do not know about and that needs to be addressed. Anthropology is the study of human races, origins, societies, and cultures. Studying the way people perceive and use animal products in traditional medicines, even when there have been proven to be ineffective, shows a cultural component that needs to be addressed before any major change can be resolved. Some definitions I'd like to go over are Taoism, which is a religion that believes a power flows through and surrounds everything, promotes humbleness and religious devotion. Zootherapy, which is a use of animal parts for medicine, and recently has started to mean the use of animals for therapy. This is an example of magic, since many of the animal derivatives used have been scientifically tested and proven to have no medical effects. The main reason these animal parts continue to be used is by simple belief of their effects and tradition. This topic is also an example of a world religion, since TCM is intertwined with Taoism. Take a moment to think about the word medicine and what it means to you. Words or images like pain, illness, doctors, pills, hospitals, or even medicinal plants may come to mind. But did you think of an animal? Zootherapy has a wide geographical range and has extensive origins throughout history. Animals tied to medicines link people to their environment and promotes tradition, which makes these animals culturally important. TCM has over 1,500 animal species described to have medicinal use. Unfortunately, many of these animals are vulnerable to extinction, and there is no scientific proof of their medical efficiency. It is important to note that animals can have medicinal properties. Of the 252 essential chemicals selected by the World Health Organization, 8.7% come from animals. Some of the best-known examples are omega-3s and drug development from snake venoms. But these medicines have gone through risk and benefit analysis, have been scientifically proven to work, and many have been artificially copied, so the animals are not needed anymore. Traditional Chinese medicine dates back to the 4th century BC, with the first medical inscriptions found on engraved bones and tortoise shells. Since its history is so old, its roots are all over Asia and has practitioners throughout the world. TCM consists of 3 parts: theory, treatment, and prevention. Yin and Yang describes how opposing dualities complement each other in the natural world and brings harmony. The 5 elements, fire, earth, metal, water, and wood, symbolizes all phenomena and also explains how the body functions. The human body is itself a miniature universe. Treatments use a variety of methods that are said to clear the mind and body to treat health issues. This includes herbalism, acupuncture, moxibustion, cupping, and massage therapy. Prevention methods involve gentle movement practices and exercises like Qigong, Tai Chi, meditation, and massage. TCM has strong ties to Taoism philosophy, which emphasizes on living in harmony with Tao, or the Way. TCM believes that the harmony between Yin, earth energy, and Yang, sun energy, supports a person's health, while illness comes from an imbalance of the 2 forces. For centuries, people have been collecting plants and animals for medicines without threatening wild populations, because of the low level of harvest and the high cost to consumers. In the past, certain medicines, like bear bile, were hard to come by and costly, so it was reserved for the wealthy or extremely sick. But now, with increased wealth, growing populations, and the spreading popularity of natural remedies, demand is increasing. I will now be transitioning my presentation to the dark side of TCM. The use of animals in traditional medicines is controversial, and I found it crucial to show the dark side to TCM that many people, books, and movies choose to omit. The graphic image warning is not a joke. Animal parts such as lion bones, pangolin scales, dried geckos, and much more are used. Many of these species are also endangered, which has not stopped the demand for these animals and their parts. TCM has been directly tied to the overexploitation and the rapid decline of numerous animal species. Tigers, and all of their parts, are believed to have vast healing properties. Tiger parts are in such high demand that they have been farmed in Asia since the 1980s. On these farms, they are starved to death to skin and dismember easier. Uses of tiger include wine and bones for anti-inflammatories, their brain for laziness, their urine for rheumatism, whiskers for toothache, and more. Rhino horns are also believed are used for a variety of illnesses, including snake bites, hallucinations, headaches, and aphrodisiacs. Asian rhinos are preferred over African rhinos because their smaller horns are believed to have more concentrated effects. The believed effects of rhino horns becomes somewhat humorous when you learn that it is made out of keratin, the same protein our fingernails are made out of. Bear bile is extracted from living bears on farms or poached bears from the wild. Bile is used to treat epilepsy, hemorrhoids, detoxifies, and there are new uses for it such as shampoos and wines. Bear bile does actually work, and alternatives have been made, but demand from TCM users is low. 20 million wild seahorses are harvested from over 30 countries each year for TCM and the exotic pet trade. Seahorses are believed to help aid in treating a wide variety of illnesses like kidney illness, asthma, sexual dysfunction, circulatory problems, lack of energy, and pain. Other notable animal parts are used like Tibetan antelope horn and tortoise shell for nerve sedatives, manta ray cartilage for arthritis and cancer, the meat of endangered giant salamanders for anemia and cholera, endangered musk deer musk for skin infections and abdominal pain, and demand for musk deer is so high that at least 100,000 are needed a year. There are less than 700,000 musk deer left in the wild. The illegal wildlife trade, which is driven by a growing TCM, is the fourth most lucrative illegal business in the world, and is one of the leading reasons many species are declining and becoming extinct in the wild. If demand is not controlled, these species will be lost forever, which would be detrimental to the environment, to the people who depend on them, and to the world. Could you imagine a world without tigers or rhinos?